WWE shares surging today, up more than 19% as Vince McMahon makes his return to the company's board of directors. Now he plans to steer the ship toward a possible sale. Joining us now, Brendan Coffey, who's covering the story for Sportico. Brendan, good to see you. This playing out like your typical wrestling storyline, Vince busting back in. I'm not sure if he's, the villain or the hero this time, but we'll see in the weeks ahead. Just generally speaking, your reaction to the King's return.
Oh, well, it's dramatic for sure, befitting WWE, isn't it? Well, but ultimately not a surprise, right? It's the golden age of content rights, and Vince wants to make sure he and the WWE gets their share.
Brendan, taking a look at the potential outcome of this, if they do in fact are able to orchestrate a sale, who would be interested? Comcast, of course, has been floated, but many names have been floated as potential buyers. Who do you think is likely to be a buyer here?
Yeah, well, Comcast makes a lot of sense, right? Why, if you're gonna rent the content, why not just pay a little more and buy it? So that would include Fox, which has some rights as well. Beyond Comcast, which does seem to be a natural partner, you can't discount Amazon and Apple and the streaming, the money-rich streaming services too. They want content as well.
Yeah, those are the two with the huge amounts of cash. I know Disney has been thrown about, but certainly a little short on cash. And perhaps Endeavor, they've certainly been in that field. I was interested in this statement from Vince. The only way for WWE to fully capitalize on this opportunity is for me to return as executive chairman. I would imagine that ruffled a few feathers. 3 people out of the board as he comes back in with his hand-picked board members. Is there some dissent, do you sense, among the group? The company has gone incredibly well since he stepped aside.
Well, yeah, and 2 other board of directors members stepped down as well today. His return is actually is really good, because the scuttlebutt had been that WWE really is in a position to be sold, right? It's successful, but it's not too big that another bigger partner like a Disney or an Amazon could buy it. But the feeling had been is that he would be the obstacle to selling, right? Why would he want to sell? He built the business from the ground up. Why would he want to see it sold? And so him jumping back in and saying and really saying that he appears to be advocating for a sale is super bullish for a sale.
Why has WWE been so successful in recent times, in particular last year, outperforming just about every media asset on the planet?
Yeah, stock was up 40% last year. They're just hitting on all cylinders, and it translates really well internationally too. They're really making great inroads in India. You saw events in Saudi Arabia too. I think it's just that combo of they do a great job of making must-see event TV, which is really what drives viewers and sort of deliverables on the ad side of things. With a flair for the dramatic and sort of archetypes, villains and heroes that people around the world can easily identify with.
And Brendan, how do you think it stacks up to others out there? Because certainly other content creators, could they be able to match the popularity that the WWE certainly has now and the size of the WWE? You were just talking about the international appeal of it now too.
Yeah, well, what's comparable to WWE? You look at sports naturally. The sports leagues, which are the big 5 American sports leagues, will collect $15 billion in rights this year from media companies. And why is that? It's because they have compelling content that people want to watch live or close to live, and a lot of intellectual property, a lot of content. And WWE has been making a lot of strides towards kind of pulling things out of their library and trying to sort of create a stream of both live events, but also documentaries and things of that sort to really create a steady stream of content that really in this day and age, anyone who wants to or needs to fill 24 hours a day would find really attractive.
Well, certainly Wall Street is encouraged by this. Shares up 19% today. Brendan Coffey, great to have you. Thanks so much. Have a good weekend.